South Korea's top office is extra busy with final preparations for the state banquet President Moon Jae-in will host for his American counterpart. Our Cheongwadae correspondent Hwang Ho-jun starts us off with the details of tomorrow's main event.
This melody, the Light Cavalry Overture, will resonate through the banquet hall of the Blue House Tuesday night, signaling the start of the grand performance prepared in honor of the visiting president. The music, according to the presidential office of Cheongwadae, was selected based on the hope that South Korea and the U.S. will continue to march together as strong allies. On Monday afternoon, the Blue House disclosed some of the details of Tuesday's state banquet, hosting U.S. President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump.
We are preparing this banquet to show the greatest honor and courtesy that our state guests deserve, not only to reinforce close fellowship between the two presidents and first ladies, but also to invoke the spirit of the ironclad South Korea-U.S. alliance.
President Trump will be bringing in about 50 guests, including White House Chief of Staff John Kelly, National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, and Senior Advisor Jared Kushner. According to the Blue House, President Moon and First Lady Kim Jong-suk will greet the American President and First Lady and other guests. And they will all enter Cheongwadae's state guest house called Yeongbingwan, which is where the dinner banquet will be held. The national anthem of both countries will be played, starting with the Star-Spangled Banner and moving on to Korea's 애국가. President Moon will welcome his U.S. counterpart and offer a toast. President Trump will then follow suit, and dinner will be served shortly. Starting around 9 p.m., a musical performance featuring both K-pop and Korean traditional music will take place before the Trumps head back to their hotel. Among the 120 guests are also Korea's so-called three next in command, which are the Prime Minister, Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, and the National Assembly Speaker, along with government officials and military officials. Those who have contributed to the Allies' bilateral relations, as well as dozens of selected American citizens residing in Korea, were also invited. The Blue House's efforts to impress its guests stem from the fact that President Trump is not only the first sitting U.S. president to make a state visit to South Korea in 25 years, but also the first head of state to visit the country since President Moon's inauguration in May. That, plus the two-country strong alliance, and the reasons for the relative extravagance become clear. Hwang Ho-jun, Arirang News.